What's up, everybody? What's going on? Everybody found this. This is nothing new under the sun. It's me, Sweetz, with my wife, Goddess Keys. Whenever she wants to chime in. But anyway, we're here. We're going to take 15 minutes, go over some topics. You guys will get to listen. So that's what's going on. Shout out, it's Mental Health Awareness Day. I know I have my own bouts with mental health, especially recently, just like everybody else, just dealing with everything going on in my own personal shit. So if you do need to reach out to someone, please do that. There's plenty of resources. There's Talkspace if you don't want to go anywhere. Just a bunch of good shit, but I think we all need to talk to somebody and put it out in the air. I think that's, especially amongst, African Americans or black people, niggas, whatever you want to call us, like we need that the most because of the trauma and all the other things. So, I didn't grow up in a house where that shit was just, pushed on me or whatever, even recommended like that. But I'm telling everybody, if you feel shit's getting too heavy, reach out to somebody ASAP. So that's my spiel on that. And going in from that, we were talking about the other day, just talking about Western medicine. I was watching an interview with Big Sean. It was Big Sean on T.I.'s podcast, Expeditiously. Shout out to him. And they were talking about how when he had a heart problem and they wanted to do some kind of surgery, he went to like a holistic doctor, and then they recommended him some magnesium. And he even mentions it on his album. And that pretty much fixed the problem. And then he went back to them like, yo, I took this. And they're like, nah, that can't be what did it. And it's like, why can't? It's like, I feel like a lot of times, no diss to doctors, but sometimes I feel like they overcomplicate. They're like mechanics. It's like, bro, I just needed my tire patched. The fuck are you talking about a new engine?
True. Holistic doctors, I agree with them 110% because they treat the whole you without having to operate on you. They are making different suggestions, and I don't knock Western
so they never do
doctors.
Surgery?
If they have to, but that's a last resort.
Holistic doctors can do surgery?
It depends.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
It would just depend. But most of the time it wouldn't be required anyway, because if you follow what they say to do, you're gonna fix whatever was wrong. So, but I don't fault anybody who goes to regular doctors or Western medicine, as it is called. They are doing what they were taught to do, and they have agreements with pharmaceutical companies and more than that. So they make money performing surgery. They make money prescribing meds. They don't make any money if they tell you, oh, don't eat gluten, or don't eat red meat, or don't eat things that have this particular dye in it. They don't make any money that way. Because then you would be whole and you wouldn't need them.
That's true.
It's I believe it was China. I think it's China. The doctors get paid if you're well, not if you're sick.
Yeah, that's a better incentive, like, rather than how many motherfuckers did you get pills?
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. It's like,
I'm getting away from that, and I guess that leads back to the mental health thing, talking about kind of, are you doing anything to feel normal, to keep a normal feel?
I personally, I meditate. They say, well, meditation is big for me. It makes me feel like if I'm out of sorts, or whatever, I meditate, and that will bring me back to myself. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Then I'm ready to move on with my day. But they say meditation, they say yoga, they say any form of exercise, getting outside and getting in touch with nature, which we did that yesterday, and that was good for us all. Just going and sitting and being in the breeze and being in the sun. Meditation is different for everybody though, and some people quiet their minds and do it in stillness. Some people dance to meditate. Some people clean to meditate. It's different for everybody, and it can be different for that one person every time they do it. It's just, it takes your mind off of whatever is troubling you, or get you to focus on nothing, I guess is the way to put it.
See, and I more or less was saying like feeling normal, like tonight. And if it was normal and everything was the way it was, and I'd probably want to, I'm like, man, what would it be like to like get dressed up, go out to eat like we used to, and go to a movie or go to the strip club or do something, or go to the casino or go somewhere we want to go and have fun, you know? But like all that shit's off the table, and it's like, man, that shit sucks. Because that was, it's like I didn't appreciate those times enough. I can be honest.
Well, yeah.
Because you thought they were there forever.
Yeah, that's true. And you can go do those things still.
I'm not going to the motherfucking strip club right now. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just like, people who are, I'm like, wow. I thought I fucked with that shit. I do not like that. Not at all.
That would be because you have a different view. And
what? I was the strip club king, nigga. Champion.
Yeah, before you met me, then I was like, yeah, let's go. And then you were like, no, you didn't want to go with me. So
we went though.
Yeah, once or twice. But
I'm just saying.
It's like, because it wasn't the same for you anymore. So
that's true. That's very true. I'm saying that to say, I thought I fucked with that. We're like, oh, if it opened back up, I would run back out there right now. But, you know, just to feel some nostalgia maybe, you know? Because, yeah, I don't fuck with strip clubs because I look at it like it's stupid now. It's like, oh, man, what am I getting out of this? Even if you get some buns, it's like, oh, you know, who else has had these? And I'm the type of motherfucker that thinks about shit like that. Like, man, everybody's getting this. You're not exclusive. Like, I don't know. Then that's dirty, and that's a whole nother discussion. But I don't know. Yeah. You're right. Strip clubs, I don't know. They played out to me a while ago, but right now, just to have, if the strip club was the normal place, I'd probably go fuck with it. Just like if going to the movies was like a normal experience, and they could be like, there's no COVID in here, and you could just come in here and act like it's all good. I would do that as some comfort shit. It's like comfort food, or a kid with their blanket or whatever the fuck.
I feel like COVID is everywhere, and it's been everywhere. And they're just now testing people for it, and they're just now making it a big deal because they had to have something to make a big deal out of. I don't feel like COVID is any more. Okay, I'll put it this way. I feel bad for the people who died of COVID. 210,000 deaths. I think that's what was said during during the debate. 210,000 deaths. But maybe those people were going to die anyway. I mean, as far as I heard, they are counting anybody who died, no matter if you died of a heart attack, Your
That's
death
what they
was,
say.
your death-
Is that official or is that?
I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm saying I don't know. And God bless everybody who has lost someone to COVID. Because that's a terrible thing. But I guess I don't want to stop living my life because of it. And that's just me. I feel like I'm going to die when I'm supposed to die. And
So you don't fuck with it when people say, "Oh, they're gone too soon" and all that shit. You don't believe none of that.
No.
Because I got cousins who died at 19, and I'd be like, "What the fuck? How the fuck did I live so far, bro? I was just as if not more reckless." But it's like that's just not the cards, and that shit'll boggle your mind if you let it. You know.
If you let it. But I feel like we're here for X amount of days, whatever your amount of days are. It could be, you could die when you're a baby. You could die when you're 114. Either way, you're here for those amount of days. You have to live in the moment and be happy and go out and enjoy yourself and do whatever you want to do, regardless of if there's COVID out there. People are not leaving their house now because they're afraid that if they leave their house, they'll catch COVID.
That's wild.
I don't get it.
I'm not there with it. I get it. The fuck you mean? When this shit first happened, I totally get it. Let me pop it. I totally get it because you already know I was going to, and as the man of the house, especially, like it's different if you're facing something that is like, all right, an intruder. I know how to handle that shit. That's what the fuck I buy guns for and go to the range. I can handle that threat. Some financial shit, you can work your way out of that. There's a list of problems. It's like, all right, I can find my way through this shit from left field. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Every day they're flipping. There was a billion news conferences. You didn't know who to listen to. It was fucked. So, and I don't feel like it's gotten any better. I just feel like I've gotten to a place, I can't speak for the world, but I see a lot of other people out and about, but I've gotten to a place where it's like, fuck it, we gotta keep going. And it's just like in this, we may not have time for this, but because I was going to lead into like mourning things. Like I feel like through the process, and me and a lot of other people, we're all going through the stages of grief. We're mourning our old lives. And in that, some people have not gotten to the acceptance part. I think I'm approaching it. There's the get mad, there's I don't know all the steps, I know that get anger's in there, and I know that acceptance is in there. And shit, I'm just trying to get to the acceptance part where it's like, all right, which I feel like I have, like, all right, it's not coming back, bro. It's not gonna get flipped on the way it was. Deal with that shit. The new normal, whatever the fuck. Make your normal whatever it's gonna be,
But I feel like people should have been doing that anyway.
Facts.
But, we were, I think the thing that I've realized over COVID is that we were taking a lot of things for granted, and you're not promised tomorrow. So live your life now, please. And thank you.
Yeah. Even if you feel shitty, bro, I'm not feeling good every day. I'm not moving through this shit with just whistles and smiles, but at the same time, gotta move. Because if you don't get the time back, and it's like, fuck it. Get some shit done. You don't want to go out of here like a silent shot, where everyone's like, here and go, Leave a little mark, leave a little, it's like a fight. If life's a fight, leave a little mark, bite the motherfucker, do something, scratch, do something. Do something. Don't just lay there and get your ass whooped. That's not respectable. Nobody honors that, even in a fight. If a motherfucker comes out, doesn't even put their hands up, you're like, man, what a punk. Like nobody honors that. At least if you try, it's like we love Rocky because he had a heart. I love Rocky for every time he got knocked down, just as much as I love him for every time he got up.
Yeah.
That movie. I'm trying to see that tonight. That movie's in heavy rotation in this era because that's the attitude you need to have. Watch that series of movies. Nothing was easy. It's just cold, dark, but he's doing it. Rocky was his weakest and wackest when he got all the shit. When he had robots around the house and he was driving whatever he was driving and living where he was living and balling, Rocky was a punk. And that's why he had to go back to the mud. And guess what? We back in the mud.
And with that, that is our podcast for today.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for fucking with us. We're going to have another one soon. Peace.
Bye.